Well, welcome to week two already. I've had the pleasure of reading through your post this last week, and it's great to see so many different selections there. Some have chosen to explore things in terms of the point of tension, others have selected the mind map, and still others the voice thread activity. So it's really fascinating to connect at this early stage and identify those personal cultural frameworks that we'll begin to kind of explore more. And certainly that's what we'll be looking at more this week. The main activities this week, and if I'll just flip over to week two here. Um, are first of all to reflect upon those readings that were a part of week one and compose your argument for the value of multiculturalism in your particular society. Obviously, we're focused on the United States here, but what is the value of multiculturalism if indeed it has a value? uh, be brave. Feel free to take on the perspective of someone arguing against there being value in this notion of multiculturalism. Part of this assignment is to not only post your argument, and a well supported argument it should be, but also to offer that counter perspective to participants. So would certainly be interested in seeing some postings from an advocate's position, if that's indeed what you would like to take. So the first part there is a response to multiculturalism and white privilege, and then more a response to multiculturalism in the first part. And then we move into this notion of white privilege. I think, a very interesting radio show with a fellow called Tim Wise, and then a couple of articles that again allow us to situate our kinds of cultural backgrounds in the context of the literature. This is a very, very powerful video, and one that will be interesting. It's a few years old, and certainly one thing that comes to mind when I watch this after having seen it on several occasions is that there's obviously there's a certain composition in place, but it really looks at the invisibility of some of those frameworks beyond which we are perhaps exposed to every day. So an interesting video, very powerful, and I'll be very interested to hear your reflections. Rico's already jumped in on that one and put up a nice little prezi, but I'll be visiting and chatting some more on that point. These are the videos that are available for non-credit participants. At this point, this video is only available for students because of an authentication issue. So hopefully these videos work. Let me know. I'll do my best to make sure that everything's okay. The third video has a little issue with it. It's possible to get around it by skipping forward, but I'll give you some more information on that later. The idea with this is to not to comment again in writing. I'd like you to view some different options here for responding, and again use a multitude of different media to compose your different reflections. And then we have the opportunity to speak with Paul Gorski, who's kindly agreed to join us for this particular class to address any questions that we might have in regard to multicultural education. And he's written some fantastic articles there that I hope you'll enjoy. And then we'll touch base and interview him next week. So again, I'm looking forward to hearing more in terms of your thoughts on that content, and certainly the initial framing of our cultural backgrounds and who we are will provide a great context to explore some more. Have a great week. Feel free to post any comments in the Culture Clatch if you have any general questions. Dalal popped a little note in there. That's wonderful. And don't forget, if you click on the EAC Daily paper, then this is a live newspaper that updates every 24 hours. This is a very interesting article on children, music and social change, and it gives me some thoughts in terms of what we can do with music, and potentially sharing some different music from our various cultural backgrounds. So anyway, I'll see if I can stick something up on music as well, and that might be kind of fun.